News, a service of Progressive Windows and Doors. The latest on the planned community center in Weatherford. That's our big story at 7:30. Weatherford Mayor Mike Brown recently discussed adjustments to the plans for a new community center project that will be constructed in Raider Park.
Really what we're doing is trying to cut some of the square footage out just a little bit, not a lot, but maybe 3 foot here, but over 100-foot area, adds up. We're trying to get the price down. We haven't put it out to bid yet, but hopefully that'll happen September, October. We'll be able to put it out to bid and see what the final numbers are. But our hope is for it to be basically $40 million all in. That includes everything. We're hopefully to get there. We've been a little above that, but trying to make some cuts here and there.
The community center will be owned by the city of Weatherford and operated by the YMCA. 2 Greenfield residents are dead following an accident in Kingfisher County yesterday. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol says 20-year-old Alicia Bidwell McDonough and 23-year-old Alexis Pendleton died in the crash. Troopers say the vehicle driven by Bidwell McDonough tried to pass a vehicle that had stopped to make a turn and impacted that vehicle, crossed the center line, and was struck by an oncoming commercial vehicle. The Beckham County Sheriff's Office, with assistance from Sayre Police, executed a search warrant at a residence in Sayre Friday as part of an ongoing investigation involving reported copper thefts and stolen property. During the search, deputies located suspected methamphetamine, multiple digital scales, and property believed to be connected to several theft and burglary investigations. As a result, deputies were able to clear 6 burglary cases. The investigation began following a traffic stop and led to the development of information that resulted in the search warrant. Custer County officials discussed the wheat harvest. Here's Kyra Huckabee with more.
Custer County Extension Director Larry Bryan discussed the local wheat harvest Monday during the Custer County Commission meeting.
Most of the wheat's already out. Some places a little bit better than what we anticipated, but most of it wasn't, so it's kind of what we were expecting.
Bryan says the area is in need of moisture, but added that the cattle market remains strong. I'm Kyra Huckabee for Right Radio News.
More news coming up next.
Progressive Windows and Doors.
Hi, Jeremy here. Although most windows appear to be equal, there are differences in their performance and function that can greatly impact how they protect you and your home. We have engineered our windows to keep out the harshest of elements while maintaining ease of operation. To see for yourself, come visit our plant and showroom. We are located just 2 miles south and 2 miles east of Fairview on the Isabella Blacktop.
German engineered, Oklahoma built.
Southwestern Oklahoma State University President Dr. Joel Kendall highlights a summer project on the Weatherford campus.
The 3rd floor of Parker Hall is getting renovated using deferred maintenance money that was given to us by the legislators, and we're extremely happy about that. But what's going to happen there is we're going to be able to double the size of our nursing program.
Kendall says the renovation will allow the nursing department to have fall and spring cohorts. Governor Kevin Stitt recently signed Senate Bill 1948. It creates the Rockets Red Glare Act to modernize and expand access to fireworks while setting conditions for safe use, says Weatherford Fire Chief Corey Selman.
It's going to be in unincorporated areas, so outside city limits. Still can't pop them inside city limits. What this does is it allows sales of fireworks year-round in the state of Oklahoma, whereas before it was just a 2-week span around the 4th of July and then a 2-week span there at New Year's.
Selman says the fireworks cannot be popped on roadways and must be used on private property with landowner permission. The law takes effect November 1st. The new 911 system will be implemented in Weatherford soon, says Emergency Management Director Mike Carlin.
We're actually part of a 8-county 911 system that is administered through SWOTA, or through SWOR, actually, as a branch of SWOTA. I sit on the SWOR 911 board, and that's a project that's purchased through them. And so this is no city funding from any of the cities or towns that are involved. This is a whole system-wide upgrade for a whole new system, and they're actually at the police department this week installing some of that.
Carlin says the new system is planned to become functional within the next few weeks. He says the new system will not affect callers, but it can allow for future technological capabilities. Weatherford Regional Hospital Chief Executive Officer Darren Farrell recently discussed the implementation of a community health worker made possible by funding from the Rural Health Transformation Program.
This person would be placed here. The grant pays for the salary and the benefits for up to 5 years. It's renewed each year for that 5 years of the program. Their role is to connect patients, other community members to community resources, for health reasons. It can be a position that helps in lots of ways, anything health related. And so there's some things with the university that this person can help connect with resources through their rural health department.
Farrell says the job is currently posted and funding for the position is set to begin within the next month. Here is state news.
News from the Radio Oklahoma News Network. I'm Ann Roberts. The state attorney general holds a news conference this afternoon to announce legal action surrounding the proposed heavy industrial aluminum smelting complex in Inola. The facility would be the largest primary aluminum production plant ever constructed in the U.S. and is majority owned by a state-owned enterprise of the United Arab Emirates. The legal action will likely have to do with the facility's capabilities of producing a hazardous waste stream and the use of large amounts of electricity and water in the area. More than 100,000 Honda vehicles have been recalled after the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration identified a potential sensor defect. Owners of the affected vehicles will be notified early next month. More on these stories at RadioOklahomaNews.com. From the Radio Oklahoma News Network, I'm Ann Roberts.
News at 7:30 is service of Progressive Windows and Doors. Coming up next, we'll look at local funeral services after this word from Lee Hometown Funeral Home.
Most people don't even know where to begin when planning a funeral. Who wants to think about that anyway? So we put it off and often leave the burden on someone else. Or if the unexpected happens to a loved one, funeral arrangements are the last thing we want to think about. At Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton, they will help you make funeral arrangements with compassion and understanding. Brandon Lee, the owner of Lee Hometown Funeral Home, understands the difference that locally owned and operated makes. Please visit Lee Hometown Funeral Home today at 1217 West Gary in Clinton.
Graveside services for 86-year-old Dorothy Jolene Brown will be held today at 10 o'clock at Longview Cemetery in Cordell. She previously worked at Evetts Drug in Cordell, services under the direction of Ray and Martha's Funeral Home in Cordell. Graveside services for 90-year-old Alexander Johnson Miller will be held today at 2 o'clock at Canute Cemetery. He worked in the automotive and appliance repair industries, services under the direction of Martin Duggar Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Elk City. Graveside services for 94-year-old Julia Ann Rogers Franz will be held Wednesday at 11 o'clock at Liberty Cemetery in Fay. Services under the direction of Lockstone Funeral Home in Thomas. Memorial services for 66-year-old Daniel Ethan Gilliland will be held Wednesday at 11 o'clock at Nazarene Church in Watauga. He established and operated Dan's Lock Shop in Watauga, services under the direction of Turner Funeral Home in Hinton and Geary. Graveside services for 54-year-old Robin Leanne Crandall Mayfield will be held Wednesday at 2 o'clock at Lone Oak Cemetery in Sayre, services under the direction of Martin Duggar Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Elk City. Today's funeral notices a service of Brandon Lee at Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton.